trying to find a class for next semester, and none of these, I don't want to take any of them.
Oh, I know. I have to do an elective next semester too, and like nothing really sounds interesting.
I mean, I really like learning about stuff, but I'm so sick of hearing about problems and like not discussing solutions. Like I want to do something about it, not just hear about it.
Yeah. That'd be awesome if we actually did something for a semester and like came up with our own idea and just went with it.
Yeah, what if we could like even give our own ideas and like get our own program implemented here right at Rutgers?
Yeah, they could just have an advisor, but like basically just work on their own and get their friends to help them, like, you know, install things or repair things to save Rutgers energy.
That'd be so much fun. I bet it would save the university tons of money.
Yeah, I'd be into that. I think that sounds like a lot of fun, and you could put it on a resume or something that you actually did this here.
Absolutely. I wonder if anybody else would be interested in this idea.
I don't know. We should ask some people.
Let's do it.
Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Oh, you know, same old, same old.
Good. I've been thinking more about the idea we came up with last night, and I think we can really turn it into something.
Yeah, I think it'd make an awesome independent study. Like, design your own program, submit it, get it approved, and you get to go do it up.
Yeah, and I was thinking we could call it the Energy Conservation Practicum.
That's a good name.
Yeah. I think it'll be a really good way for Rutgers and their students to work together, where students will be designing programs that will save Rutgers money, and then ideally, in return, if a student earns an A and successfully implements a project, I think that Rutgers should refund them their tuition.
Man, everyone loves comp tuition. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And this university really needs people to get more engaged. I think that would really, really do that.
I think so too. Could you see yourself taking a class like that, possibly?
Yeah, I would love to take a class like this. It's a little bit outside of the box of a normal class, which is nice. It'll help, you know, break up the usual schedule, which is great.
So it could be anything that you would want to do. So like an engineer might do an engineering project to save energy in a technical kind of way, whereas a sociologist might make, I don't know, surveys or something to have a behavioral change of the people. That sounds really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. I personally, I'm going to be graduating this semester, so I wouldn't have the opportunity. But had I had the opportunity in the past, this is certainly something I would love to do. Especially because it would allow students the flexibility to work on the kind of green technology initiatives that interest them most, while still being tied into a larger initiative at the school-wide level.
Yeah, that would be a really good idea, because for anybody who's an engineer or just an environmental science major, this would be like real-world application of their major. So I feel like that would be a really good chance for them to get some experience, and it would also be a great way for Rutgers to apply some energy-saving ideas, and you could get some great ideas that way.
No, there's a lot of little things that you could do at Rutgers that would do so much, because it's just such a big campus and we use so much energy that if you change one small thing on a large scale, you could save a lot of money, a lot of energy.
In my opinion, a lot of Rutgers students feel as though they're part of this behemoth university that isn't necessarily connected to them as an individual, that they're more kind of paying into some sort of machine that's pumping them out with a degree, and while that's fundamentally not true, it's definitely a sentiment that students have, and I could foresee this project working against that sentiment by offering students more of a mutual investment in their university, giving them more say in what their university is doing, and therefore helping them feel more part of the university that they're attending, by giving them more responsibility in the university's decisions. You also give them more of reason to feel connected and to want to be part.
I think it's a good idea because it's not just a one-time solution that will be outdated. If you create a program like that, you'll have a constantly evolving way to decrease your energy waste and to increase the general efficiency that Rutgers has.
Because if you have 30, 40, or 50 people coming up with ingenious new ideas on how to save Rutgers energy every semester, I mean, they're bound to get significant results.
I would love to see some sort of lecture series or student presentation series come out of this, where students actually speak to other students about the work that they've done eventually, and kind of recruit other students for the following years, that kind of thing. Because I could imagine this really kind of becoming a more generalized movement throughout the university, especially being that, from what I've heard, Rutgers wants to improve their environmental reputation and shrink their footprint. And this would be a great way to empower students to play a part in that process.
One way to conserve energy would be to have timers on the lights in the bathroom, maybe, or in the shower, like timers on the shower, just to conserve electricity. Like maybe if you have the lights on in the bathroom, maybe like motion censored things in the bathroom so that the lights just aren't on all the time at night. That would save a lot of money.
Make sure all doors and windows are well insulated.
What about this? I mean, the university has a lot of flat roofs. A lot of flat black tar roofs that just, suck in a lot of heat and just kind of keep it there. What if we were to start a rooftop garden program, slowly converting the rooftops of Rutgers into like functioning gardens, growing different vegetables that could be used in Broward?
For a while, I've thought it would be a good idea for the dining halls to start serving more student-grown food, being that there's a fair amount of student farm space that isn't necessarily being used, or is being used intermittently for research projects, or research projects that have stopped, being funded a number of years ago. If students could be given the opportunity to grow food on those plots, they could be serving that food in the cafeterias, teaching other students in the cafeterias where their food's coming from and about the food system, and saving Rutgers a lot of money that they would otherwise be expending on lettuce grown in California or apples grown in New Zealand. I think that would be a great way for Rutgers to begin to shrink their footprint and save energy.
Wow, it seems like everybody really liked our idea.
I know, everyone seemed really excited to get engaged with the community, have something to call their own at Rutgers, and no one is going to say no to the chance to get free credits.
Yeah, seems like everybody's pretty amped up about it. I'd hate to waste this energy.